What was it like living in the UK in the 1800s? What was it like living in the UK in the 1800s? It was a century shaped by contrast, candlelight and coal smoke, village lanes and roaring factory floors, tradition colliding with relentless change. Britain moved from a largely rural society into the world's first industrial nation, and everyday life transformed in ways people could barely comprehend at the time. For ordinary families, daily existence blended exhausting labour, strong community ties, rigid social rules, and small comforts that carried enormous meaning. To understand this period is to step into a world that was often harsh, deeply unequal, yet remarkably resilient. A nation divided by class. Class was the backbone of British society throughout the 1800s. From birth, a person's social position shaped opportunity, expectations, and daily routines. The upper classes lived lives defined by wealth, land ownership, and leisure. Their days were structured around social calls, formal meals, and managed estates, supported by domestic servants who made comfort possible. The middle classes expanded significantly during the century. Shopkeepers, clerks, teachers, engineers, and professionals formed a growing group that prized respectability, discipline, and self-improvement. Education, punctuality, and moral behaviour became social currency. For many, rising into the middle class was possible, though still far from guaranteed. The working class formed the largest portion of the population. Most families depended on wages earned through factories, mines, docks, agriculture, or domestic service. Income was often unstable, and a missed week of work could spell disaster. While social mobility existed, it was limited and slow. A child born into poverty was far more likely to remain there. Class distinctions were visible everywhere. Clothing, accents, manners, and even posture acted as markers. Separate entrances, seating arrangements, and exclusive clubs reinforced boundaries. Yet within each class, communities were close-knit. Shared hardship fostered solidarity, mutual aid, and strong local identities that defined everyday life. Homes, streets, and everyday living conditions. Living conditions in the UK during the 1800s varied dramatically depending on wealth and location. Wealthier families occupied spacious townhouses or country homes with multiple rooms, fireplaces, carpets, and private gardens. Servants handled cooking, cleaning, and childcare, allowing household members to live relatively comfortable lives. For working-class families, housing was far more basic. Rapid industrial growth led to rows of quickly built terraced houses in towns and cities. Many families lived in 1 or 2 rooms, often shared with lodgers to supplement income. In poorer districts, cellar dwellings and overcrowded courts were common, particularly in the early part of the century. Access to clean water and sanitation was inconsistent. Many households relied on communal pumps or wells, while waste disposal was rudimentary. Streets were noisy, muddy, and filled with horses, carts, and pedestrians. Gaslighting gradually replaced oil lamps in cities, extending productive hours after dark and transforming nighttime life. Rural homes were simpler but often healthier. Cottages were small, yet gardens provided food, and cleaner air reduced illness. Inside most homes, furniture was minimal. Heating depended on coal or wood fires, and daily chores, laundry, cooking, cleaning, consumed enormous amounts of time and energy. Despite this, pride in keeping a tidy, respectable home was deeply ingrained across society. Work from dawn to dusk. Work dominated life in the 1800s. For many, the working day began at dawn and ended well into the evening. Factory workers, miners, dock labourers, and farmhands typically worked 6 days a week. Early in the century, shifts of 12 to 14 hours were common, especially in industrial settings. Jobs were physically demanding and often dangerous. Machinery lacked proper safeguards, mines were hazardous, and accidents were frequent. Early industrial employment offered little protection or compensation. Over time, public concern led to gradual reforms. Factory legislation introduced limits on working hours for women and children and improved basic safety standards, particularly from the mid-century onward. Child labour was widespread, especially early in the 1800s. Many children worked from a young age in mills, mines, farms, or as domestic servants to help support their families. As education expanded and laws changed, child labour declined, though it did not disappear entirely until later generations. For skilled workers, artisans, and tradespeople, work carried pride and identity. Apprenticeships allowed skills to pass from one generation to the next. A stable trade could offer security, respect, and a sense of purpose within the community. Food, hunger, and simple pleasures. Diet in 19th century Britain was closely tied to income. Wealthier households enjoyed varied meals with meat, vegetables, imported goods, and desserts. Middle-class families aimed for regular meals that reflected discipline and respectability, with roast dinners becoming a cultural ideal. Working-class diets were far simpler. Bread, potatoes, porridge, and cheap cuts of food formed the backbone of daily meals. Meat was a luxury rather than a staple. Hunger was a real concern, especially during poor harvests, job losses, or economic downturns. Food preservation relied on salting, smoking, drying, and pickling. Despite these limitations, meals were important social moments. Tea became a national habit, offering warmth, energy, and a sense of routine across all classes. Markets, bakeries, and street vendors added colour to daily life, while seasonal foods shaped the rhythm of the year. Festive meals carried deep emotional significance. Even modest treats during holidays or celebrations stood out sharply against everyday simplicity, reinforcing family bonds and marking moments of relief from routine hardship. Health, illness, and life expectancy. Health was one of the greatest challenges of living in the UK in the 1800s. Crowded housing, poor sanitation, and limited medical knowledge meant illness was common. Infectious diseases spread easily in towns and cities, particularly among poorer populations. Medical care existed, but was uneven. Doctors were often expensive, and many families relied on home remedies, herbal knowledge, and community support. Pain relief was limited, and treatments were frequently ineffective by modern standards. Infant mortality was high, and many families experienced the loss of children at a young age. Life expectancy figures for the century are complex. While early industrialization brought harsh conditions, health outcomes did not simply decline across the entire period. Improvements in sanitation, water supply, and public health awareness gradually reduced death rates, particularly in the second half of the century. Hospitals evolved from places of last resort into centres of treatment. Public health campaigns encouraged cleanliness and prevention. Progress was uneven, but by the late 1800s, living conditions and survival rates had begun to improve, laying the foundations for modern healthcare. Family life and social expectations. Family life formed the core of everyday existence. Households were often large, with several children and sometimes extended family members living together or nearby. Marriage was common, and social expectations around family roles were strict. Men were expected to earn wages and provide financial stability. Women managed the household, raised children, and frequently contributed through informal work such as sewing, laundry, or taking in lodgers. These roles were reinforced by social norms, religion, and law. Children were expected to be obedient and useful. While education was not universal at the start of the century, literacy improved steadily as schooling became more accessible. Discipline at home and school was firm, reflecting values of order, duty, and moral behaviour. Reputation mattered deeply. A family's standing influenced employment opportunities, marriage prospects, and community relationships. Respectability acted as both protection and pressure, encouraging conformity while offering stability in an uncertain world. Entertainment, faith, and free time. Free time was limited, especially for working families, but leisure still existed. Music halls, fairs, pubs, and sporting events provided escape from routine. Storytelling, singing, reading aloud, and simple games filled evenings, particularly before widespread lighting. Sunday was central to weekly life. For many, it was a day of rest shaped by religious observance and family meals. Churches played a vital role beyond worship, offering charity, education, and a sense of belonging. Faith influenced moral values, daily routines, and social behaviour. Over the century, new forms of entertainment emerged as working hours slowly reduced. Seaside trips, organised sports, and affordable reading materials became more common, reflecting gradual improvements in living standards. Public holidays and local celebrations punctuated the year, offering shared joy and reinforcing community identity in towns and villages undergoing rapid change. Change, progress, and uncertainty. The defining feature of the 1800s was change. Railways transformed travel, shrinking distances and connecting regions. Factories reshaped landscapes and economies. New ideas challenged long-held traditions about work, family, and society. For some, these changes brought opportunity, higher wages, and improved living conditions. For others, they meant displacement, insecurity, and loss of familiar ways of life. Rural communities declined as people moved to towns in search of work. Many lived between worlds, caught between old rhythms and new realities. Progress was uneven, and its benefits were not shared equally. Yet resilience characterized the era. Families adapted, communities reorganized, and everyday life continued despite uncertainty. The legacy of this century remains visible today, woven into Britain's towns, social structures, and cultural habits. So, what was it like living in the UK in the 1800s? It was demanding, unequal, and often unforgiving, yet grounded in community and routine. Behind the smoke and struggle were ordinary people adapting to change, finding meaning in small moments, and shaping the foundations of modern Britain through endurance and resilience. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notification bell.